So it's been a while since I have last released my 3D Tetris game in Unreal Engine, and the tutorial is over, but I still felt like the game was missing something. So I spent some time improving the functionality of the game, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So one of the first improvements I wanted to add to my game was the rotation and the movement of the piece. It was always a bit too off. I couldn't add a proper camera angle based movement you'd see in more modern 3D Tetris games. So I finally figured out how to do that, and that's what I done. Now the movement and the rotation of our piece is based on the camera angle. So depending on which angle the camera is looking at, we will take the direction of our camera as the basis for our piece's movement and rotation. So it always appears like our piece is moving consistently regardless of which direction or angle your camera is looking at. So that weird disorienting effect you would normally find in a 3D Tetris game doesn't really appear over here. So the greatest benefit apart from that is that our piece is no longer fixed to a specific world axis. So yeah, it's a lot better than the previous approach. Apart from that, I have also added some graphics to our piece to kind of visually represent when we hit something like at the borders of our playfield or some other piece. So instead of just standing there as if nothing happened, it actually shows that it tried to move but couldn't really do so. So yeah, it just feels a lot better than the previous approach where the piece just floated there without moving anything and you couldn't tell whether that was a bug or what it was. So I just felt like that was very annoying at times when I was trying to play the game. So yeah, that's a nice improvement to have. Apart from that, I also wanted to add ghost cubes. So in most Tetris games, you would have this ghost cube feature, and this allows you to predict where your piece is going to land in advance. And this feature is very important for the next feature or improvement that I wanted to add on my game, and that is moving the piece really quickly down in a single press of a button. And without a ghost cube, it's going to be a bit hard to predict where your piece is going to land in the playfield in advance. So our gameplay feels a lot more faster and reactive, unlike the previous one where I had to keep pressing the spacebar multiple times over and over again for every single piece that I want to lay down, and just felt really slow and just annoying in general. So I couldn't play the game really quickly or even test the functionalities in the game quickly. This felt like a massive improvement in the gameplay side. So yeah, apart from that, I added a score and I added a game over screen. And I felt mostly satisfied with how the game is right now, because now it feels a lot more like your traditional Tetris game. I still don't feel that proud of this game, but I learned a lot trying to make this, that it's at least a lot more closer to the Tetris that I imagined it to be. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share in this video. I'm not going to create a tutorial for this, so if you want to learn how I made this, you can get the project file in my Patreon. So that would also be nice. If you also wanted to support me, most of the features here are really simple, so you can just kind of figure them out yourself. I didn't change a lot of the things that I already showed you in my 3D Tetris tutorial. So yeah, that's really about it. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.